6 months ago, Elon Musk announced that he was going to buy Twitter for $44 billion. But then he realized that the bird is mostly made out of bots. And he said, hey guys, I already own a robot company. I don't need two robot companies. That would just be bananas. And then he tried to get out of actually making the purchase, but he wasn't allowed to. And so Elon Musk ended up buying the most expensive bird in history. But despite the huge acquisition, there's people who really wish that this deal hadn't gone down. A lot of people saying that they're going to leave Twitter now that Elon Musk is in charge. No idea what platform they're going to be going to. Perhaps they're going to go and make their own platform. That's what people have been saying to do for years. If you don't like Twitter, go start your own platform. Now, after purchasing the bird, Elon went straight to work on cleaning up its nest, making some renovations. Like now, when you visit twitter.com, it takes you right to the Explore page. You know, that page that shows you trending tweets instead of the account creation page. So that's a nice change now. Twitter.com, when you go to it, gets right to the point. And Elon Musk also brought over a sink to do some plumbing work. Look at that. He brought over a little bath for the little bird. But memes aside, the most important house cleaning that was done was axing Twitter's executives. Elon fired several of them, the CEO, the CFO, and the head of Twitter safety, who was in charge of content moderation. Basically, you can think of them as the head janitor in charge. But the ex-execs did get these golden parachutes, as some people are calling them, which are huge payouts. They were compensated nicely to the tune of something like $200 million collectively on their exit. So don't shed any tears for Twitter's tip-top Jannies. They could work the rest of their lives for free and never run out of Hot Pockets. But not every Twitter employee got such a good deal. Let me turn your attention to Ligma Johnson. Okay, it's supposed to be two guys, one named Raul Ligma and the other named Daniel Johnson, but it's funnier to just call them both collectively Ligma Johnson for the purposes of memes and efficiency. The Ligma brothers, they didn't get a golden parachute. No, they are just two lowly data engineers. They barely got 5 minutes to clean out their desks when Elon Musk arrived. Ligma A, he had to beg the janitor not to throw out his book. And hey, is that him on the cover of that book? Is that an autobiography? It almost kind of looks like a female version of him. Maybe it's his mom, Mrs. Ligma, and her world-famous book, Eat, Pray, Ligma. Oh man. Well, if it's not obvious by now, these guys didn't actually work for Twitter. These guys are just a couple of memers that took advantage of the situation. You know, Elon himself is a memer, and memers tend to attract other memers. But I guess in a way, Ligma Johnson symbolically represents Twitter employees because a lot of them are going to get canned. As is typically the case whenever a company gets purchased by somebody else. In fact, right now, several Tesla engineers have been brought in to start reviewing Twitter source code, and managers of different departments within Twitter are starting to create lists of their least productive employees at Elon Musk's order to fire them, because he doesn't want to keep anybody around who's not actually contributing anything to the company. You know, at this point, Twitter is a very large company with over 7,000 employees, so there's got to be some people there not pulling their weight. So you're going to start seeing a trend over the next few months of former Twitter employees looking for jobs elsewhere. And speaking of trends, there's another one that's popped up on Twitter almost overnight. You see, with the banishment of Twitter's most powerful janitor, use of the gamer word immediately shot up on the platform by 5,000%. All of a sudden, Twitter went from being a safe space to feeling like being in a Call of Duty lobby with Uncle Ruckus. There's also been rumors that prominent people that were banned from Twitter, like Donald Trump, Kanye West, and Alex Jones, are going to have their accounts reinstated. So, needless to say, The blue check marks that formerly ruled over Twitter and ruled it with an iron fist, they have been all but completely disenfranchised. Oh, and speaking of blue check marks, another change that Elon Musk is looking to make to Twitter is how people receive their verifications. So right now, there's all of these weird requirements that you have to meet depending on what kind of Twitter account you have. Sometimes a blue check mark is something that's just randomly bestowed on your account. You log in and boom, your account is verified. And for other people, it's impossible for them to get verified. Doesn't matter how big their account gets. Doesn't matter how many times they ask, how many times they go through the official application. No, you don't get verified. Elon Musk wants to put the verification just behind a paywall. $19.99 a month if you want to be verified on Twitter. And to get other features as well that he's looking to add to Twitter Blue, which, I didn't even know about Twitter Blue, but it's basically a premium version of Twitter. It's been out for over a year now. It costs $4.99 a month right now, at least, and it lets you view ad-free articles on Twitter. Elon wants to bundle all of that together with verification and then slap a $20 a month price tag on it. And he wants that to be ready by November 7th. So he seems pretty serious about this change. And I think I'm in favor of this change. I mean, think about how much value some people put into being verified on Twitter or any social media for that matter. It makes perfect sense to sell that status. And to people who actually should be verified, like celebrities, business owners, other prominent people, they're going to fork over the cash because it pays for itself. Personally, I don't even get why so many people spend as much time as they do on Twitter or any other social media, trying to get followers, trying to get likes, retweets, commenting back and forth at people, whatever they call positive engagement on whatever specific platform. I don't get it if you don't have something to sell, or if you're not making a movie or you're doing a performance and you're trying to sell tickets to it. If you're just using Twitter to argue with random people on the internet, I don't get what you're doing with your life. So yeah, $20 for verification makes perfect sense to me. And maybe it'll be enough money. Twitter's going to make enough money off of that to no longer rely on ads and trackers for monetization. And I won't have to use Knitter anymore. And by the way, in case you were wondering why Knitter isn't working and it's giving you this scary privacy error saying that the connection isn't private or that there's a security issue, this is not some kind of Halloween trick. It's just that whoever owns this particular domain, knitter.net, they did not renew their HTTPS certificate. It expired. So all you have to do to get around this is just go to one of the instances of Knitter. There's multiple that are not expired. So I don't know, maybe we'll go to this one here. Let's see what we got. And hey, look at that. It's working perfectly. Now, what I'm most excited about is the prospect of Twitter actually rebooting Vine. You might have forgotten that Twitter acquired Vine back in 2012 for $30 million. But by 2017, Vine was dead. Nobody knows for sure why Vine didn't succeed. Maybe the world wasn't ready for short-form content at the time. But now, I think the success of TikTok has changed things. It's made everybody take the short-form content more seriously. Pretty much every platform is trying to integrate shorts in some way. So it almost seems like Twitter is going to need to reboot Vine in order to stay relevant as a social media platform. But what do you guys think? Is Twitter a better company now and a better platform under Elon Musk? Do you think that he'll successfully open source Twitter's algorithm or that he'll reboot Vine? Tell me in the comments below, and have a great rest of your day.